Hello everybody. So as promised, starting from today, I will start posting videos on machine learning and deep learning with Python. Today in this video, I will show you how to set up for this course. There will be two ways to set up for this course. The first one will be Jupyter Notebook. If you're from a Python beginner course, then I believe you are familiar with this. The second one is Google Colab Notebook. Google Colab Notebook requires a Google account and it will allow you to run your Python code on GPU or TPU for free. Google Colab Notebook does not require any local installation, but internet will be required. Also, Google Colab Notebook will have limited disk and RAM space, but as for this course, I believe we will have enough resources. Now let me quickly show you how to set up for both Jupyter Notebook and Google Colab Notebook. For Google Colab Notebook, all you have to do is search on Google Colab Notebook. Then you need to click on the first link. After opening it, you'll see a page like this one. Now, if you happen to see something like this, then let me explain what it actually is. So here we have example tab where you will have a bunch of pre-made notebooks to get you started with Google Colab Notebook. And then you will have recent tab. In this recent tab, you will be shown all of your recently created notebook. Now after this, we have Google Drive tab where all of the notebooks that you have created and stored in your Google Drive account will be shown here. And also you can access them directly from here. Then after Google Drive, we have GitHub. Then after Google Drive, we have GitHub tab where it will just take a GitHub URL to a repository and then it will copy that repo and set it here for us. Then finally, we have upload. Here you can upload a notebook file in case if you happen to have one in your local machine and if you want to use it on Google Colab. Okay, now let's create a new notebook. To do that, just simply click on new notebook and it will initialize and create a new notebook for us. Now after creating a notebook, you will see an interface like this one. Let me explain the things that will be needed in this course. So first of all, if you want to rename your notebook, then you can just come over here. Then click on it and then rename your notebook. After that, we have file tab where you will have some useful options. For example, you will have rename, move to trash, save and pin revision, download the notebook in any format you want, print it, locate in drive, open in playground mode, and also new notebook, open notebook, and upload a notebook. And then after this, we have this text box area where you will write your Python code. For example, I will write print hello world. You can press shift plus enter to execute the text box, or you can just come over here and click here. Every time when you will open your notebook to write your Python code, after running a cell, it will take some time for it to be initiated and get a connection to the backend. Okay, so now, as you can see that this cell that I just ran have been executed successfully with the Python code that I wrote. When you will come over here, you will see how much disk space and RAM you have. Okay, now let me show you how to download Python modules. Simply, you just have to say, starting with the exclamation mark, pip, install the name of the module that you want to install. For example, if I want to install pandas. As you can see that pandas is already installed in this environment. So in any case, if you ever want to install a library or module in a Google Colab notebook, you can just start with the exclamation mark and then type pip install and then the name of the module. Now that's pretty much it for Google Colab notebook. Now let's talk about Jupyter Notebook. First, you need to open your terminal. Depending on your operating system, you can have different terminal name. For example, on Windows, it is command prompt and on Linux, it is terminal. So to install Jupyter Notebook, you need to make sure that you have Python and pip installed in your machine. If you don't know how to install Python on your machine, you need to watch my other Python beginner course series video. I will leave a link to that video in the description. After that, to make sure that Python is installed on your machine, just type in the terminal Python. Let me zoom in first. Python 3 -- version. If you happen to see a output like this, then that means that Python is installed in your environment. If you don't see output like this, even after installing Python, then you can leave a comment in the comment section of this video mentioning your issue. I will try to help you out as soon as possible. Anyways, now let's install Jupyter Notebook. Pip 3, install Jupyter Notebook. Hit enter. And then it will install all the dependencies of Jupyter Notebook and finally install Jupyter Notebook itself. As you can see, Jupyter Notebook is already installed in my local machine. Now if you want to open Jupyter Notebook, just type Jupyter hyphen notebook. Hit enter and it will open Jupyter Notebook automatically on your browser. Now if you want to create a new notebook, just click on new Python 3 and it will create a new notebook. Now to run a cell in Jupyter Notebook, just select the cell and then type in your Python code, print hello world or anything you want, and then press shift plus enter. Then it will execute the code. Keep in mind that Jupyter Notebook is offline, so it will use your local system resources. Well, that's it for this video. This video was just all about how to set up a programming environment for this machine learning course. If you have any doubts or question, you can always go to the comment section to ask them there.